Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Sparky Midori, otherwise known as the Prince of Darkus, and I am super excited for various reasons. One, I get to wear my Darkus hoodie again, finally, because winter is here in South Africa, so it's a little nippy tonight, so I'm going to wear this thing. And also, as the thumbnail and the video title suggests, I finally got some Wave 2 Bakugan. Or, well, do you guys remember a while back I uploaded this video, boom, thumbnail on screen, where I stated that I have just unboxed and bought the rarest Bakugan that I have, period. Those were Legacy Bakugan. So, since that video did so well, I decided to contact the same amazing guy, Volt. The links for his contacts will be both in the description and floating up on screen right now. I got a hold of him, and he managed to hook me up with some very special Season 2 Bakugan, which I actually have plans for in the near future, as well as some other little goodies, but you'll actually see that in this video. So, I got my favorite hoodie, I got myself a delicious cup of coffee, and I got the package that Volt sent me with all the goodie Bakugan inside here. What's that? Oh, I completely forgot about this. Alright, so let me explain here real quick. I ordered these in about, I think it was the beginning of January, and it's taken about 2 months to get here, because this is March. This is like the 8th, no, it's the 16th of March right now, 16th of March. So it took a long time to get here, despite us paying the extra cost to get here as soon as possible. At least I think that's what we paid. Volt, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. I could be very much wrong. So Volt did say that there would be a little surprise on the package here for me, and there is. It's a little drawing that his kids made. Well, his daughter, I think it was his daughter, I believe, that did this. That's super cute, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be very careful with opening this now because I don't want to ruin that little piece of art. And there's so much tape. This might take a moment. Oh. There we go. Put that to the side. So in here is a batch of, I think it's 26 or 28 or so Bakugan from Season 2. Legacy Bakugan from Season 2 anyway. A lot of these are Bakugan I didn't ever get to own as a kid, or I do have, but I've either broken or I did have and I've gotten lost over the years, and don't tell me there's more places I have to cut. No, so how do I open this? Oh wait, that's how. Okie dokie. Wow. There's a lot to unravel in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna get these all out of here and I'm gonna show you guys what's what in this box. Alright, so amongst these are some very special Bakugan. Some I never got to own, some that I've always wanted to own, and some that I have owned but I've kind of broken over the years. I'm going to show them all one by one, but I just want to show you all, especially Volt, that I'm actually keeping the Bakugan he sold me safe, both in my Bakugan Battle Planet Starter Pack box, and actually I've decided to buy, or at least get these Ferrero Rocher chocolate packs because they make perfect little Bakugan holders. They're so perfect. I need more of them to keep them safe in. Okay, so let's go on to these. What should I open first? Let's go over these little packets here first, and I'll explain what these are in a minute. You might already know what they are if you're a Legacy fan. Okay, so in these are very weird looking Bakugan. Old fans might know this. I don't think the new generation will, and if you do, holy heck, you deserve a veteran's discount. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, now before I open these, I'm gonna just tell you guys now, I can't remember half of the stuff I ordered. like at all. Because this took so long to get here, I forget half of the Bakugan I asked for. But these, I know 2 of them. These are Bakugan traps. These were just basically Bakugan that weren't disc shaped. They were supposed to be like support pieces in the old game. I didn't have a lot. I mainly just had the Maximus Dragonoid pieces. And I think that was about it. Actually, I have my trap box over here. Yeah, it was just those. And then I got other traps, new traps from a friend who gave me his collection, and that was about it. I only had the Maximus Dragonoid traps. And these are my first ever bought set of other traps, which makes it super special for me. So I'm going to save this one for last, because this one is my favorite because of the TV show. This one, I don't know its name. I really don't, and I'm so sorry about that, but it is basically a snake. How cool is that? I know my camera quality ain't the best, so I'm going to be showing up a HD close-up photo of this Bakugan, and then I'm going to show a picture of what it looked like in the anime to you guys up on screen. But basically, how these Bakugan worked is, I could be wrong, I haven't played the Legacy game in a long time, and I think the rules are vague, or I could just remember it wrong. But if you played this with one of your Bakugan, an Aquos Bakugan, you could then make the Bakugan that was Aquos into a Subterra or Darkus, or whatever the other element was on this thing. In this case, it's just Subterra and Darkus because there's 2 Darkus symbols. And then it would take on that gate card boost instead of the Aquos boost. Gate cards, if you know what they are. Oh no, there's more here. There's Subterra and Ventus. So it could be Subterra, Darkus, or Ventus. That's cool. No, I don't know how to close it. Ah, there we go. Alright, this one is Falconfly. Falconfly. Okay, this one's a little finicky. I can see that now. But this is Falconfly. This is basically just a massive bug. Look at this thing. It's like almost as big as my hand. He's a little sticky, but don't worry. I have some stuff that can help fix that. But yeah, this one, so if you played this on a Ventus Bakugan, it could change its attributes to either Darkus or Chaos. So up on screen right now, you'll see a close-up photo of this Bakugan, and of course what it looked like in the TV show. How do I close this thing? Hey, there we go, I fixed it. Okay, and last but not least, this one is one of my favorites because it was Dan Kuso's Trap Bakugan. It is Scorpion, or Scorpio, I can't remember the name. It's either Scorpion or Scorpio, but this is a Darkus one. So you can play this on a Darkus Bakugan, and then it could either change its element to Ventus, or Subterra. And you get the gate card boost for that. So yeah, you get to see a close-up image of this, and of course what it looked like in the TV show up on screen right now. Okay, so those were Trap Bakugan I've never owned before, but now I do own, and I love them to bits. Now, let's get into this yellow packet, because I can't tell what some of these are from the outside because it's just so murky and blurry. And I did say that I forgot half of these. Okay, some of these opened. Let me close them. Okay, they're all closed. So, let's get into this. I'm going to start with the Subterra Bakugan, because Subterra, recipe Subterra, but I didn't really like Subterra as a kid. So this, I believe, is Juggernoid. I could be wrong. Ah, it is Juggernoid. Juggernoid is basically the OG Territorium. He actually has something in his mouth. That's actually really cool. If you open his mouth, he's got something in there. So Juggernoid was the OG Territorium in the day. And how much G is this one? This one is 570. Oh my goodness. For a really basic Bakugan, that is a really good G stats. Next, this one. This one is wired. I know this for a fact because I actually have a Pyrus wired, and I asked Volt for another wired because my one is kind of sticky. Like he opens, but you have to give him a tap to open. This one, I'm sure, is just going to open normally. If I can get it to land properly. Well, there we go. It's mostly normal. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. There we go. This one's B stat is 520. Now, I can feel these Bakugan are a little sticky, but that's fine. Like I said, I have stuff that can help fix that. But, okay, there we go. You open normally that time. Wired was one of the first few mechanical Bakugan that were ever made. And yeah, you get the new Bakugan in Bakugan Battle Planet, which look mechanical, but these ones were properly mechanical Bakugan. They were made as robots by aliens. Also, I don't know why the feet aren't coming out, so I'm not going to force them out. But yeah, Wired was a mechanical Bakugan alongside other Bakugan, which I actually have bought from Volt in this pack. I just remembered that. So I'm going to show you them when I get to them. Okay, next up, this is Garganoid. There we go, Garganoid. So yeah, you know the Garganoid from Battle Planet? You know what it looks like? You've seen the pictures, you have the toy most likely. Forget what that thing looks like. This is Garganoid. This is the OG Garganoid. You guys see an HD picture of him and what he looked like in the show on screen right now as well. How much B is this one? This one's 520. And the Wired was also 520. And Juggernoid was 570. Okay, I thought they were all going to be 520 there for a split second. Alright, so let's move on to the Chaos. This is a Tigrera. If I can get it to open. Let me try and spin roller. Hey, there we go. So Tigrera was one of the main protagonists of the OG Bakugan TV show. I don't know if the new fans will remember that. But yeah, this is Tigrera. I have a Blade Tigrera. I got that first. I never ever had a normal Tigrera. Oh, I also never had a Juggernoid before. And I've never ever had a Garganoid before, but I've always wanted one. So yeah, Tigrera, never had one. Very chonky girl. But she is sitting at 590. Wow. Okay, so you're also going to see photos of her, yada yada, like I said before. This is another B Striker. If you guys remember in the last episode of this, like the video where I bought stuff from him, Volt, I bought a Ventus B Striker. I actually have it right here. A Ventus one. And this one is a little sticky, but I still love it because it's Ventus and we saw a lot of Ventus B Striker in the show. But if you guys remember in that same video, I spoke about how my first ever B Striker was Chaos, and I only ever had that one B Striker. So Volt told me he had a brand new Chaos B Striker. It was still in the packaging. Well, half in the packaging. He showed me it was still in the plastic vacuum seal that was holding it together. And he's not even joking. Watch, I'll show you guys when I open this. Brand new, first pop, first try, and it still has the B or G power sticker on it. So this thing has never been opened, and I kind of want to take the sticker off to see its G power. Let's do it. Okay, I regret that. So this B Striker has a G stat of 430. I don't know why you can see that, but you'll probably see HD photo of it later. So yeah, 430 B Striker Chaos, but I don't care because it brings back so many good memories of my original B Striker. I love that thing to bits. Alright, so Ventus. This is, or at least it was, Ingram. Let me try rolling it backwards. There we go. That rolls a lot better. Okay, so this Ingram is sitting at 650G, and Ingram, if you don't know, in the old show was Shun's Bakugan for season 2, like his partner Bakugan. Damn it! I'm trying to get this thing's feet to come up, and it just won't come up. There we go. I got it. So Ingram was basically a ninja bird. And Shun is, well, a ninja. So it just fit perfectly for Shun back in the day. And this Ingram, as you can see here, it's got the regular face of Ingram, but you can actually pull the bird face up like she had in the show. Like that. Which I love. Half transforming Bakugan. Alright. The next few here are special, so I'm going to keep those later. This is Freezer. Yeah, Freezer. Freezer was a cool Bakugan. Like, I've only seen him a few times in the show, the old show, and it was always in Chaos for some reason. I never saw him in any other attributes, but regardless, I wanted him because he looks so cool. I don't know what that's doing. Like, look at that. That's just moving those two arms. He's got a little button here that's moving the arms. And giving himself a new pair of eyes. Weird. Wait, what's the G on this thing? Oh, there. 500 G on the back of the head. So, Freezer was like an octopus kind of thing. But I always like how he opened. I just love it. And he's like a spinning top too. Plus, if you close him up, I'll show you guys in a moment. If you close him up and you just push the button on his head, he opens for no apparent reason. Watch, I'll just touch a button and he like half opens. Okay, well, he's supposed to open all the way, but that one decided to be cool and not open for me. Weird Bakugan. I loved the design of it when I was a kid, and I'm happy I have one now. And in Darkus, my main faction, now that Bakugan is back. Alright, the next two are very special. This is a Darkus Neo Dragonoid. At least I'm sure it's supposed to be Neo Dragonoid. I could be wrong. And this is a Pyrus, I think it's Bronze Neo Dragonoid. I can't remember. In the chat that Volt and I had, he explained what this type of Drago was. And it was a limited thing. I never ever had one of these. I only ever had, here I have it with me. I only ever had a regular clear Pyrus Neo Dragonoid, so it just was clear plastic Neo Dragonoid. I mean, I had one, but I now have two of the, where's my other one? Here, I have two of the Neo Dragonoids that came with Maxus Drago in his set. Why won't this one open? There we go. That one opens, that one's really old. And I have a second one which opens really well. And this went with the Maxus Drago trap set. That's why it's got a different shade of red compared to the normal Pyrus Bakugan. See, this one's a lot brighter, this one's a lot duller or darker. It's got yellow instead of gold. And then the Neo one, of course, I mean the clear plastic, which is just a much, much vibrant, brighter red. These ones, I don't know what they are. I think they're called bronze. I could be wrong. Volt, correct me in the comments if I'm butchering what these were. But I do plan to keep this Bakugan safe in like the Ferrero, wrapped in cotton, keep it safe, because this thing's special to me now. But this is a regular Darkus Neo Dragonoid, and I wanted Darkus because I'm a Darkus boy now with the reboot of the show. So I want to get more Darkus Dragonoids. Forget Pyrus, I just want Darkus. And this one is sitting at 520 Gs. I love this thing. So now I've got the other Dragonoid that Volt sent me last time. I have it here. Plus I have that new one he sent me. And the other Pyrus one which I'm about to show you. And these things are irreplaceable to me, the Dragonoids, just because they have such an awesome place in the show and my childhood. Damn, man. Alright, so this is the bronze one. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, so the bronze ones feature a black paint job, of course, as you can see, so don't confuse them for Darkus. And they do have what looks to be, to me, like shiny gold plastic on them. And I thought it was metal, but I can see there's like chipped paint on the feet. So you can see it's just plastic covered in a shiny gold paint. But damn, that looks awesome. I hope the photos I'm taking are just as awesome as the Bakugan that I can see in real life. Because those photos I'm taking better do justice. Okay, let's move all these Bakugan to the side and move on to the other Bakugan that he sent me in this package. Okay, you know what? No, let's move on to this. What this is. Because I can see some of the Bakugan there in the packet there are special and I want to save them for later. So, these are Baku clips. And Baku clips are actually being remade in Battle Planet or Armored Alliance. So when I was young, I had about 6 Baku clips, or I think it was 5. I think it was 5 or 6 Baku clips. They were all Ventus. This is my old one. This is what remains of my collection of Baku clips. Because the one I had, it was in like a cylinder thing you could twist, and you had Bakugan in them that would spin out, and you could just take the clip and change out the Bakugan. These are like things you would wear on your belt, and you could just have your Bakugan in there, pop the Bakugan out, and brawl on the go. But I need more clips, because I have something very special that I'm planning with some friends, which I want to make happen, and I need more clips and things to help make it happen, which just aren't being made anymore. And if they are, like the Armored Alliance ones, I have no access to them because of things like poor distribution with the new way Spin Masters handle Bakugan. So yeah, Baku clips, awesome. So Volt actually sent me 2. He sent me a Subterra one and a Pyrus one. These are the only ones he had available. But I love them nonetheless, just because these are amazing pieces of my childhood that I never got to have. And now I've got at least 3 different attributes instead of before when I had like 5 or 6 of the same one. So this is awesome, man. Alright, so these few Bakugan here, if you guys remember in the last episode of me doing this, I was opening a Cyranoid that he sent me, the Aqua Cyranoid, and I said Monorus like twice before I corrected myself. I was calling it Monorus. But now he actually sent me a Monorus, a Subterra Monorus. He did have a Pyrus one at one point he wanted to sell me, but someone else grabbed that before I had the chance to ask him for it. So sad, but also awesome, because now I have another Monorus. I mean, I have a Pyrus Monorus here. Here she is. Let me show you. But you can see she's finicky, she's sticky, and her one wing is kind of broken. So I got a Subterra one because it opens really damn well. Plus this one's 580G, whereas my old one is 360. So yeah, definitely love this thing. Subterra, I don't care. It's awesome, man. Next we have, this is Gorum that I could just open. This is Gorum. Yeah, there we go. Just good old classic Gorum. I have a Hammer Gorum a friend traded me years ago when I was a kid. So this is another one of the protagonists of the show. This Bakugan's battler was called Julie. Julie was a bit of a flirt with the old Dan Kuso, and whatever, you might see them as like the ultimate ship, but I still say Dan and Runo forever, man. So yeah, Gorum, I now have a Hammer Gorum and a regular Gorum, which I love, so I'm gonna keep that to the side. And the other one, Volt told me when he sent this Bakugan in particular was a Rip Bakugan, I think, or a Rumble or something like that. It would have a rip cord, that like a Beyblade, that you would slide in it and rip out, and there was a little engine turning around here, so that when you open the Bakugan, it did some funny action, be it flapping wings or something rumbled in the Bakugan. I can't remember what this one did, but this one has that effect, but I don't have a ripcord, and Volt didn't send me one. But regardless, I still love this Bakugan. It's Hades. Hades. There we go. So Hades was one of the antagonist Bakugan, but in Darkus. This was also a mechanical Bakugan back in the old days. So I don't know what this form of Hades would do if he had a ripcord, I'll have to look it up and tell you guys on screen or something. But yeah, this Hades has, where's his G power? 640G. Oh, I didn't tell you. This Gorum here is 670G. But sadly, Volt didn't have anyone in another element, so he sold me the Subterra one. So I'm happy I have a Hades now. I've always wanted one. Hades is basically the mechanical version of Helios in the old show. If you don't know the old show, it's going to be hard to understand that. But yeah, another robot Bakugan, which I love. Like, the robots, there were only a few, but I did have 2 of them, and they were cool in my eyes. Bad, but cool. So yeah, I wish I had a ripcord to see what this thing could do. But yeah, you guys will probably see the HD photos on screen right now as to what they looked like when they showed up in the show. Okay, so my coffee's actually gotten cold because I've been waiting to drink it for so long. But these few next Bakugan here aren't that special, but still special to me in some way. So let's start with a Bakugan I already have. I have an Aquos version of this. This is Stinglash, but I wanted one that opens a bit better because the one that I have is sticky. And as you can see, that one was not sticky at all. Floppy, but not sticky. Let me try and do that again the other way. There we go, that opened a lot easier. So this is Stinglash, basically a big scorpion. And this Stinglash is sitting at 560 Gs. Awesome. Subterra, another good attribute to have it in because it just fits it. Scorpion, earth elements, perfect. Next up, let's move on to Chaos. So this is a Laser Man, I believe. Now, Laser Man is Laser Man is a Bakugan that I've never owned. And why isn't this one opening? Is it sticky or what? Yeah, he's a little sticky boy. There we go. Got him to open eventually. So, Laser Man is a Bakugan that Masquerade loved to use back in the old days. He was basically just a man with lots of guns strapped to his body. That's not even a joke. In a kid's show. Well, they replaced it by making them lasers instead of guns. But, I mean, they were guns. It was basically guns. Let me try and get this to open up properly. Nope, you're just sticky. You're gonna stay sticky until the end of your days, aren't you? Yeah, he's gonna stay sticky. But don't worry, I have something that might be able to help fix that, but I could be wrong. Because this one seems a little stickier than normal, but that's fine. All Bakugan tend to do that, but I have nothing to complain about because I finally now have a Laser Man to call my own. So thank you, Vault, again for this thing. Okay, next up is a Bakugan I've never owned before, but I have the counterpart to it. This is Serpenoid. So Serpenoid was basically the Serpenoid was basically the OG Fangzor of the good old days. He was just a plain old snake. Like, really just a snake. But I have the counterpart to Serpenoid, and that was Radaloid. I had a Radaloid as a kid, and then this one was given to me by a friend recently. So yeah, now I have both of the snakes of the OG show, Serpenoid and Radaloid. Serpenoid and Radaloid. Awesome. Okay, next up, this is a protagonist Bakugan. Yes, first try. This is Nemes. Nemes was Barrick. I think that was his name. I haven't seen the season 2 of the show in a long time. Was it Barrick? No, it was Baron. Baron was his name. This is Nemes. Nemes was Baron's partner Bakugan, just a light warrior. This one's sitting at 570G. Oh, I didn't tell you the other Bakugan. The Serpenoid sitting at 500G and Laserman sitting at 460G. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. Next here, this is Saurus. Saurus was a vanilla Bakugan like in the video game, like the basicest of Bakugan in the video game. But I'm curious to see what G power this one has, because I've never owned a Saurus. So I'm just happy to actually have one now. Okay, its feet aren't opening. But this one is 550 Gs. This is pretty damn awesome. And it opens freaking well. So yeah. And lastly, the other Bakugan here that's a regular Bakugan, which also special, is another protagonist Bakugan that I decided to get because I've never owned this particular Bakugan before. That is Elfin. Elfin is basically Preyas 2.0. Like, not even a joke. Elfin is the Marucho's partner for the second season, and she has the same ability that the old Preyas does. Let me show you here what I mean. So, Preyas, in the old show, he was a Bakugan that could change his attributes. So, like, this is obviously a Ventus Preyas. It's green. Duh. But he's got a little wheel on the front that determines what attribute he is when he lands on the card. So here, it's Ventus. But if I spin this little wheel here on the back of him, it'll change to something else. But that was just back to Ventus. So that's Ventus again. That's Ventus again. Here, that's Chaos. So that's a different element. Change it again. That's Aquas. So he could be one of 3 different elements. This Elfin is the same thing. She is Darkus on her base form. That's why I wanted her, because it's a Darkus one that Volt had for me. And her wheel also spins. So now she will be what is that? That is Chaos. Or she can be, it's also Chaos. But she also has Subterra and she has Chaos, Subterra, Aquas. Oh, she doesn't even have Darkus. She has literally just Chaos, Subterra. Yeah, Chaos, Subterra, and Aquas. Okay, that's pretty okay. That's a good way to mess with your enemy. Make him think that's going to be a Darkus, but meanwhile it's not. Also, this Elfin is sitting at 720 Gs. That's pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. Alright, the next few Bakugan I have here are special. Real special. So, these two here are the same. Volt first found the Aquas one, and he told me he found a Pyrus one for me. So I'm going to roll the Aquas out first. This is Viper Helios. You heard that correct. Viper Helios. So, Helios was a Bakugan in the old show that was an antagonist to Dan and the gang. He was the partner Bakugan of Spectra. He was a partner Bakugan of Spectra, who was Pyrus. So this Bakugan is pretty big. Like, compare this to Monras. Both like lengthwise and this way. It's pretty damn big. So this one is an Aquas one sitting at 730 Gs. I love it. I really do. Viper Helios is one of the Bakugan that I love the design of. Yes, there's Helios Mach 2, and then there's also Mechanical Helios. I have a Pyrus Mechanical Helios over here. Right there. But, I mean, the design is okay. I mean, it's decent. I think it could use some sprucing up a bit myself. So that's why I really like the Viper Helios design, because it was the first form that Helios ever had, but looks so much grander. This one, Viper Helios, looks so much grander than Mechanical Helios. And of course there's Mach 2, but that's more expensive because they're rarer and they look amazing. But I'm going to save that for another time when I have more money. And this is, of course, a Pyrus Viper Helios, which I just wanted because Spectra's Helios is, well, Pyrus. Duh. Ah, damn it. This one's got a lower G power. But still awesome to have because it's a Pyrus one. This one's got 420 blaze as its G power. I love that it's a Viper Helios though, so I'm going to keep that sacred. Alright, there's 4 more here that I saved for last because these were very strange Bakugan. I could be wrong with what they are, but this is an Altera. I had an Altera, a Pyrus one. It came with my Pyrus Wired, this one. Altair is not that. That's wired. Altair is another mechanical Bakugan. So I now have wired, Hades, and Altera. Again, awesome. I have all 3 mechanical Bakugan. But this one's special. This one's Ventus, but is noticed to be black. So in the show, Altair and Wired, their primary attributes were Ventus, but I only ever had Pyrus, and now I have Sotera and Ventus. But this one's black, and I asked Volt why is that, and he said it's gunmetal or something. Like, I think that's what these Bakugan were. They were like gray in design or black, and they had like battle war-torn kind of designs to them. I think that's what they were called. Volt, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please, if I'm butchering the lore here with the toys. So yeah, I wanted this one because it's the main faction and it's got a cool design. So how's that? Gunmetal Altair at, what G is this? This is at 640G. Not the most complex of designs, but I loved Altair back in the day with what he looked like in the show. And now I have another one that's the main faction and an awesome design. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, the next one is another gunmetal Bakugan, but this one's Darkus on normal, but he looks metallic, which is awesome. But I forget this one's name. I really do. It was like a vanilla Bakugan that never got a name, or like never had a real personality, I mean, in the show. Like, he wasn't anyone's partner Bakugan. He was just used by miscellaneous side characters. I really forget its name, and I am so sorry about that. But it was a bug. It was basically a bug Bakugan. This one's 700 Gs, my goodness. And he's just a bug. I love the design to bits. I really do. I don't know what is with this Bakugan that makes me like it so much. And of course it's the gunmetal one, so it looks even cooler on the outside than you typically expect. Alright, next is another gunmetal one, but it's Aquas. So it's got the blue in it, but it's also got the war-torn, dirty black look. So this one I also forgot the name of, but this was a partner Bakugan for someone for a short time. Look at that. Look at that. This is Fangzor Ultra OG style. Like this, if someone told me that this didn't like inspire Fangzor Ultra's design, I'm gonna tell them they're lying, because this just screams Serpentine Ultra. And this is 610 Gs as well. I forget this Bakugan's name, I really do. I'm gonna probably put it up on screen because it's annoying me, because I used to know this Bakugan's name, but I don't anymore. Oh, right, its mouth opens. Cool, man. Awesome. Too bad it doesn't have anything to help it stand, so it's just gonna flop. Alright. Lastly, I didn't know this was Ventus. When Volt showed me the photos, I thought this Bakugan was Chaos. This Bakugan is Subterra. What? But it's white and silver. This is I could be wrong, but I think this is a Pearl Bakugan. Pearl Bakugan were like white versions of regular Bakugan. And look at that, man. It's got the bronze accents on like the horn, the wings, these little feathers in the back here. And it's got blue for some reason as well. At 540G, this was another vanilla Bakugan, but I never ever had one. Like vanilla as in like it was used by miscellaneous characters, and never really anyone in the show, like main protagonist wise, used it. Also, the feet aren't opening for some reason. There we go, I got one foot out. There we go, I got the other one out. So this Bakugan wasn't that special in the show, but I wanted one because I never had the toy mold for this, And now I do, and I can see that it's not chaos. I honestly thought it was chaos in the photos. So Vault, if you slipped this in by accident, I thank you. And if you slipped it in on purpose to surprise me that it's a Pearl Bakugan, if it's not a Pearl Bakugan, Vault, and you're watching this video, please correct me to what this Bakugan is. You know what this is, you sold it to me. I hope it's a Pearl, because I've never owned a Pearl. I have one Crystal Bakugan, and I've only ever owned one Crystal Bakugan, and it's Brontes, like the first Brontes ever. If this is a Pearl, I'm gonna lose my crud because I've never had one, and this is awesome. My first one, and it's an awesome Bakugan. A vanilla that was never given a star roll that has a Pearl. That's awesome, man. Man, that's awesome. Alright, so I rearranged the Bakugan for presentation purposes and rearranged myself. This is very uncomfortable, so I'm going to try and end this video now. So, thank you once again, Volt. You are the best guy to buy Bakugan from. You're considerate, you listen to what people want, obviously, and you supply what you can. I mean, like, you are the best. Out of all the guys selling Bakugan I've spoken to, you are understanding, of course, like I said before. You are able to look through your collection and find what Bakugan the buyer wants, or at least give them the next best thing. I mean, like, I was asking for Viper Helios. You supplied me an Aquas one, and you told me later you had a Pyrus one, and I just bought both. And you gave me 2 Baku clips as well, which, by the way, I'm going to be using for something very special, like I said earlier. So stay tuned for that. I don't know when the special project I'm working on is going to be up and running and out to the public, but it will be as soon as possible. I will make an announcement when it's done. So this is 26 Bakugan, an amazing lot, understandable price. You guys want something like this, you talk to Vault. I'm going to leave his links and stuff in the description, and like I said in the beginning of the video, and up on screen as well. So I don't know what else to say except for thank you, Volt. You are amazing. Every time I open one of your Bakugan, it astounds me how well of a good condition you've kept them in. Some are brand new, some are practically as good as new, and rarely ever will I ever find a sticky one. Like this Laser Man was kind of sticky, but I can fix that. I know a way to fix this Bakugan, no problem, to get that stickiness away. And if this Bakugan here is actually a Pearl one, and you confirm that in the comments down below, anyone watching or Volt himself, even more amazing, because I thought that was a chaos in the photos that you showed me. Overall, awesome guy, man. Okay, I'm going to do this video here because I have to go to bed. It's really late. So, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!